hard to make sense. Can't even read my own lips, top in my lungs. And you think you control this a lot more. I'm tired of making sense. Getting smaller and harder times, I'm getting tense. The pressure making diamonds just shit, we all getting fed. Little league me, I'm putting all that baby shit to bed. Poison voice like an ivy, best believe a spread. Stayed away a whole year, feels like I never slept. Fall asleep in the cave, I should've never crept. A tight squeeze, you see me bleed, I'm getting over it. A lot of luggage, gotta carry, I'll just shoulder it.
Trying to be a new person like every 6 months. I put my art in the bottle and then flow it. Waiting for the teller, tell me what the news is. It's time you probably lost that seat. I'm a pebble, believe dance if you really swing me. Classic underdog story is the D and the G. A good shot in the temple lift you off your feet. Is it really God's will? My selfish needs, I keep thinking. Can't see debris falling on me. Can't see debris falling on me. Can't see debris falling on me. Can't see debris falling on me.
I look into my father's eyes. I know he sees something he don't really recognize. Poker face, but he know when I'm telling lies. The homecoming for his son, he don't recognize. He don't recognize. I look into my mother's eyes. I know she sees something she don't really recognize. Poker face, but she know when I'm telling lies. The homecoming for his son, she don't recognize.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Way to Ghost, bro. Ghost P, bro. I'm gonna call you Ghost because that seems just a little bit easier to remember. Sniff, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. We're gonna get started here very shortly. If you are in the chat and you haven't submitted your music yet, just make sure you use this link right here. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions to skip the queue as well. There are ways to guarantee you get played on stream today. Those do cost money, but it's up to you. You don't have to do it. It's really up to you. Naya, welcome to the chat, man. It was nice to meet you this weekend in Boston. Jay was cracking. Step Bro. Okay. That makes way more sense. Step Bro Nation in the building. If you are in the chat, make sure you submit your music. I know we got a little queue building already. We are going to be starting with our free consultation giveaway, but we have, I want to say we got 11, 14, 15 paid skips so far today. You know how it goes. If you're in here for the first time, I'll explain how everything works, but if you are back, welcome back. You are at my crib. Hello. We are live. Welcome. Happy Monday. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I am exhausted, and I can't even pretend like I'm not. Had a great time out in Boston for Beat the Odds, Boston's Mass Music Arts Summit. Right? That was right? Is that right? Mass Music and Arts Summit. I did a panel on Saturday. Stood around, talked to a bunch of artists, and got to know people for the rest of the time that I was there, and it was really cool. Saw some old friends, met some new friends. You know, it's like... so if you are in the chat, if you want to submit some music, it is free, as always, right? Exclamation mark submit. If you want to skip the queue, exclamation mark skip. Command skip is going to explain how to do it. Some of you have already done it. If you are in the chat, there's really only one rule in here, and it's to be respectful of each other. That is the one that I will enforce. So don't be a dickhead, please. That's the only thing I could ask of you. If you are here and you don't follow us, on Kayvan's house, make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's house. So what we're doing today is starting with a free consultation giveaway where I give away a 30-minute consultation to one of the members of the community who's entered during the time that we open, like the entries and the contest, which is every 1,000 followers that we hit on this Instagram page. So we've done 4 free consultation giveaways so far. When we get to 5K, we'll do another one. You feel me? So stick around. We do have a live Q&A happening in our Discord on Saturday, October 4th, with Freddie Fine, who's one of my good friends who works over at Amazon Music. He's also an artist manager. He's been a music curator for years and years and years. He's only 21, but he works extremely hard. So if you aren't in the Discord too, make sure you come join us on the Discord, because we'll be doing more free Q&A sessions like this, more opportunities for you guys to ask questions to people who are actively working in the industry without any pressure, and honestly, just come hang out. Brandon Flores, what's up, man? If you want to submit, here is the link in the chat. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions as well. We're going to get into it so you guys can see how this all works. Like I said, every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time we do this. We come here, I sit in front of my computer after a full day of work, and I listen to music and give feedback. I have been making playlists for years, so this is a way for me to kind of open up that process so you guys can see what it is that I gravitate towards, what I like, what I don't like. But also, for the artists in here, it's really an opportunity to get feedback on your music, how you can develop, how you can grow, maybe some of the things that you can work on to just get better from release to release. So please, if you're in the chat, let us know what you think, especially if you have any sort of technical knowledge. That is always appreciated. The only rule, like I said, is to be respectful of each other. Go follow us on Kayvan's house. New music playlist every single Saturday. I update this myself. If you want to submit for this, it is free. You can put your songs in our release calendar as soon as they're scheduled. We have songs that we found in the comments. If you go leave me a comment with the song title and artist name, I will listen to all of these songs myself, and if I like something, I will playlist it and I will make content about it. Same thing about the songs you find here on stream. Every single week I do highlight my 5 favorite songs that we find here on stream. So send us some music. Nairobi, what's going on? What else? We also have our At Home With interview series, which you haven't checked out. Is just a way for us to get a little closer to the artists, get to know them a little bit better. Step behind that curtain, step behind that veil, and get into their lives and see what it's like to be an artist. We also have our Discover Monthly playlist. There's a lot of playlists, if I'm being honest. And yeah, just interview content, contest content. If you want to submit, Spade, just make sure you read this right here, nero.fam/KayvanMD. That is where you want to submit your music. We are going to get started here shortly because we have quite a few songs to get through today. But we're going to start with this one for Vibe Out, who paid for the throne spot, which more people have been doing recently. I do really appreciate it. I feel bad that it's at $50, and I always feel bad when someone does it, but look, if you guys want to do that, you can do that. That does push you to the absolute top of the queue. The regular skips are $5. They will put you in the skip queue. Super skips are $10, and they will get you bumped higher up the queue, so you are more likely to play. Like I said, every 5, we will bump somebody up at random using our spinning wheel. So submit your music anyway, and when we get towards the end of the stream, or when we get through all the paid skips, we'll do free skips for as much time as we have left. So lots of opportunities to get played. This isn't just a spend money, get played kind of feeling. But if you want to guarantee you get played, then the best thing you can do is do the paid skip, because it will guarantee you get played before the end of the stream. Okay? Feel free to clip it. If you want to get VOD, you can always get the VOD from YouTube after the stream. So if you miss it, you can get it afterwards. If you don't miss it, amazing. Clip it. Tag us at Kayvan's House in it, because I'm going to be reposting. Really, anybody who clips us now, if you're clipping us, I'll be reposting that from the Kayvan's House channel as well. All right? Let's get into it so you guys can see what's up. Need You on the Way. Vibe Out. This song is from his debut Good Things, coming soon, which dropped today. Oh, shit. No, I lied. We got to spin the wheel first, because I got to give away this free consultation. So runner-up first. I don't know what we're going to give the runner-up, but I'm going to try and figure out something that we can do for the runner-up. But I'm not sure yet. So shout out to everybody who did enter. Obviously, we had like 60-ish, maybe 70 entries for the free consultation giveaway, and we are now down to the top 10, I believe. So our runner-up, sorry. Is this ever going to stop? Oh, Horace, you are our runner-up. We are going to figure out something for you. I'm not sure what yet, but we will figure something out. Shout out to Horace Gather, really, really great artist from Louisville, Kentucky. And then let's spin the file. Let's see who wins. Who's going to get a free consultation, man? We're going to have a nice little 30-minute conversation. If you want to submit, Sniff Vondaho, all you got to do is follow this link right here in the chat. You can submit right there. If you're with us on TikTok, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now if you want to come hang out, where the sound quality is a little bit better. All right, who's it going to be? We've got a free consultation that we are giving away to one artist. This is moving very slowly, but it does look like it's going to stop right here. Oh, no, you're good. Good Things Coming Soon, the album. Frederica from Montreal, Canada. It looks like you have won our free consultation giveaway. Runner up. Winner. Look at that. Let's get some W's in the chat. Let's get some W's in the chat for that one, guys. Beautiful. Now let's get into your music. Need You on the Way. Good Things Coming Soon is the album that is coming soon. All right? Let us know what you think in the chat. Let's start this session. I always forget to start the session. And as always, if you have any questions that you want to ask about the music industry, feel free to ask them in the chat. Obviously, I've worked in a bunch of different capacities. I manage artists. I've been a distributor. I've been an A&R. I've worked in media. I've done interviews. Really anything that you want to ask, I've probably touched in some way, shape, or form. PR, digital, all of that. This is Need You on the Way by Vibe Out. Let us know what you think in the chat. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. And let us know what you think in the chat. This one's also got A.B. Eastwood, who I love. Amazing producer on it as well. Shout out to A.B. Eastwood, man. Brother Paper, what's up? Hope you're doing well. And a mod music, too. Pretty much an immediate save. Lots of things I like about this one off rip. I could go either way for me with swing on the drums. I say this a lot. Sometimes the swing on the drums will really take me out of it.
But I love painted on a canvas, open heart damage. I hope we can manage the situation in hand. There really no plans. Oh, I feel this can't save this. Time is all we got.
Oh.
And I'm bad at clock management. Confusing myself for giving you the time. It was damaging. Man, can't blame you for being mad at me.
I do wish that the vocals were maybe just a little bit up in the mix, just a touch. They feel a little squashed, I think, in the overall mix, and like everything else feels so full. That's probably the first thing I would really like point out.
But here we are. You've been on my mind again.
Same thing with this sung vocal on the chorus as well. I think I just want to hear a little bit more width, right? Like, specifically in the vocal, because the instrumentation all sits in a really nice place. The horns are perfectly mixed. And it kind of like almost has that like D'Angelo feel to the mix in the vocal, I think, too, where it's like,
Let's figure it out. What love is about before I
it's, you know what? I think stylistically, I kind of like the idea that they're going for here, right? I do kind of wish there was just a little bit more volume on the vocal. So even if it doesn't widen up, right? If the goal is to get this vocal to feel this way, overall, I'm not mad at it. I do wish there was a little bit more volume on it. Oh, that's also AB singing? I didn't know that AB sang like that, man. That's hard. He's got a really, really cool singing voice, man. I'm trying to hear AB sing more. That's super hard. All right, if you were rocking with that, _vibe out, VIB0 OUT, out of Nashville, Tennessee, a place where I love a music community, which I really am a big fan of. You should also check out AB Eastwood if you don't follow him already. Where is AB? A.B.Eastwood on Instagram. I don't follow him off of this one, but he's an amazing producer out of Nashville. One of my favorite producers kind of to come out of Nashville in a while, honestly. Like, I really, really appreciate his approach to production and instrumentation, and also just the artists that he works with, too. All right. Up next, we've got Nye Calvin. This is CAGWYW. So Nye, I believe, is one of the artists that I met this weekend in Boston. I haven't actually listened to any of his music yet, but I really did. Just like, we vibed. It was a really good convo. I was glad that we got to meet each other that way. So let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, cool. NIA.Calvin, KALBIN.
It's only right that you and your gun will go down in the end if you put up a fight. Wasting your time.
Oh, this is so interesting. This is a very unique sound.
Put up a fight with me. I'm gone and you're chasing. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Okay, I love how out of the box all of the sound choices are in this. I like that it has live drums on it. It feels like it's got live drums on it, which is really sick. The producer's name was A.B.Eastwood. I love the musicality of this. I love the instrumentation. I love the production ideas. I wish there was a little bit more volume in the bass line specifically. Like, I wish we could feel a little bit more of that bass. It's addictive drums. Oh, yes. That is probably the best drum VST that I've ever used as well. Yeah, I think, look, feedback-wise, the only thing I have, there's two things, right? I kind of wish the vocals were a little bit more clear in the mix. I wish they cut through just a little bit more. I love the effect work on them. I love the way that everything kind of sat together from, like, an idea standpoint. Part of me wished there was just a little bit more weight in that bass line. Because I think if I think about artists that are maybe closer to that space, right? Like, maybe it's like a Thundercat almost. Maybe it's like, if we're talking like maybe like Brockhampton when they get a little bit more experimental. Like, I do think there's a lot of things that I really, really love about this, especially musically. And just, it took me by surprise. It felt very different. But I do think the biggest thing that I hear here is just that balance, especially in the low end. Having a little bit more of that, like, oomph in it, I think would give it just a little bit more of that bounce. And then even with the drums, I feel like you could have had, like, a little bit more depth to them. That's literally it. It's more of that low end that usually I complain about there being too much about. In this case, it felt like it was just maybe a little bit too little. But I think overall, I really love the direction of this. I don't know that I would call it rock necessarily, but it's definitely like alternative. You know what I mean? It's definitely genre blending. It's definitely in between genres. And that's something that for me, I really enjoy. So I definitely think, like, if you guys send me stuff that's like out on Spotify, I feel like it's going to find a place in some of these playlists. But I think with that one, if I'm being super picky, and just so you know, because this is your first time in here, I do get super picky. It's only because I don't see like super huge issues with anything. You know what I mean? If I'm getting picky, it's because it's these little details that I think will really help elevate your music from here to here, from release to release. And I think it's a balance thing more than anything. Not really anything to do with the song or the writing or the production or arrangement, which I all really, really enjoyed. Falk on Fire Gaming, if you want to submit, just make sure you use this link in the chat. That was Naikalbin, Naikalbin on Instagram. The song was CAGWYW. What is that acronym for? Let us know in the chat. You are very, very welcome, man. Thank you for sending music in this way, too. I appreciate, like, obviously I'd be an artist in person, and they'll be like, can I send you music? I appreciate when people do it this way, because it really does allow us to just kind of continue the conversation that we've been having, you know what I mean? But in a way where you can kind of literally see me react to it in real time, which I think is the best way to really share how I feel about music instead of trying to, like, type out some answer that's super long or send a voice note. So I really appreciate you coming and doing it this way. Predwood Scissorhands, which is an amazing song title from Preddy, up next. This one is unreleased, dropping sometime this year. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs as well.
What it do? Yeah, I know. Shout out my dog. Don't sleep, bro, peace. My thoughts only making a film. My dream show steps I made, really thinking I'm him. Got mentors like Popovich, I'm a ball like I'm Tim. I ain't been around the years, but you still speak how I live. Like, I ain't been home in like a year.
If you're rocking with this one, the artist is BXC Preddy, BXC_Preddy on Instagram. And that last one stands for Can't Always Get What You Want. Classic song.
I booked the flight, I ain't visualized. I need a change. Now it's gatherings for me, surprise. I even came, you might know my name.
Good vocal like performance on this one. Still slightly too much reverb delay, I think, on the lead vocal for my taste.
I notice your frequency always on lower raise. When things get jet to jet, you just gotta get away. I've been working on my skills, hot still in a cave, trying to sharpen up my blade so I could get a slice of cake.
I think on this one, it's maybe the opposite thing, too, where there is a little bit too much in that bass kick sub-region in the low end, where it feels like it does clash a little bit. Thumpers, what's up? Welcome back to the chat.
So why you always who I see? I wanna call 431 and tell you that it's always me. Cause the last time I called, it was not the same ID. I was going through some things, I ain't saying now at peace.
I do like that you've kind of incorporated more doubles here, more kind of stacks in the vocal. Rilla, what's up, man? It was so nice to meet you this weekend. Yeah, I feel like I can hear a little bit too much reverb delay on this vocal. Again, for my taste. If you are in the chat, let us know what you think in the chat. Breezio, what's up? Welcome back. Nice to see you in the... Breezy says floating. Sweetie Mac, welcome to the chat. Sam Obama, hello. It's good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Let us know what you were working on, what you were up to this weekend in the chat. Ron Gnome, welcome in for the first time. If any of you are here and want to submit, we have switched up submissions a little bit. If you want to skip the queue, you can do that as well. Pacing of this is really good. It moves really well. Again, I think it's really just for me a little bit more on that mixed side of things. I think the vocals could cut through a little bit more clear. I think part of that is the reverb and just maybe feeling like there's just a touch too much reverb on there for my taste. Performance was good. There are things that I do really, really like about just the way that you've kind of developed from it maybe being just one vocal track to now having stacks, now having some more of those background vocals in there as well. We're starting to hear a little bit more depth in that vocal, which is good. Still things to work on, but I think, as we kind of move forward, great. Release calendar is in the Discord. I do put it in there. You can actually just put ! releases if you want to pull that up in the Discord as well. But here's a link for you in the chat. Also, if you want to submit your music for the release calendar, which I check every single week on Fridays and Saturdays, that is when I update that playlist and content as well. So you can always submit for that. Jared Falls up next. This is Learn For You. It's a demo. Little ballad I made last night. I really enjoy this artist. I have, the more that we get to know them, been really impressed. And I think you guys will too. Let us know what you think in the chat. Jared M.3 out of the DMV. Pull back a little bit on the reverb delay on this one as well. Amazing falsetto though. Really, really nice tone. Great vocal stacking game. Really love the harmonies. Let us know what you think in the chat. I like this a lot. I think the blend on all of the vocals when they start to come in and there's this arrangement happening is perfect. I really only heard too much reverb on that first verse section when it was like only one vocal on its own. Just for what it's worth. Breezy says, I like this. I do too.
That I'm scared. Cause I got a dream. This weekend. And this. Looking at your hair. You let it
Breezy says, give me a weekend vibe. Nice says, yeah, this is sitting.
I make you feel when you're allowing me to carry.
Reminds me of The Weeknd a little bit, but it's also, I'm feeling this like resurgence in like real, like true soul music that's happening right now. I keep seeing a lot of content of artists that are kind of stepping back into that soul sound, almost like a Motown sound. And this kind of is in that direction as well, maybe not fully. I really like this a lot, man. This might be my favorite Jared Foles song I've listened to so far. Again, it's JaredM.3 on Instagram. If you're rocking with us, make sure you go follow, make sure you go support. We are getting in early, man. That's my favorite part about what we do here. Namdi, welcome back. Oh, a little key change here as well. Not mad at a key change.
Can we just take it in hand? 'Cause we may not see.
He's really hitting these falsetto notes. Sweetie Max says this is fire. It is very good. He's hitting some hard notes. Vocalist to vocalist. These are some hard things to sing. What's up, Taylor? Nah, you really killed it on this one, man. Great job. I am green screen, so I could put this here. But I am in the room. It's both. I love the way this one develops. I love the way it builds. There is this climax moment happening towards the end, too, where all these vocals come in, all these instruments come in. It's really well done. I could maybe, if I'm being really picky, I could maybe have a little bit more in the bass and the low end. Other than that, like, it did feel really good. Maybe overall, though, if I really step back and I think about it, it is a lot kind of happening in kind of the top end of the bandwidth and maybe not as much happening in the lower end. It's maybe something to think about. I don't know that it's a deal breaker for me. I probably would playlist this anyway, to be honest. So definitely let me know when it comes out, when you've scheduled it. Songo says, this is awesome. Sweetie says, just followed you. Quosif says, yeah, super smooth. I agree. JaredM.3 on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. That one is called Learn For You. It is not out yet, but it will be coming out at some point. He just made that last night, so we're not going to judge the mix too heavily either because he literally just got that done. All right, one more. We'll do a free skip from the submission form. So if you're in the chat, like I said, make sure you submit. As always, it is free to submit. If you want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today, you can using the skip queue. That is totally up to you. We have a $5 regular skip, $10 super skip, and either of those you can do if you want to. Nam, drag on. This artist has no releases officially out yet, but every single song we've listened to in this stream, everyone is freaked out about. So just know when he starts dropping, I think all of us will probably be listening and saving these songs. And most of us have already followed him as well. This one's called Drag On. Let us know what you think in the chat. Nam has been kind of all over the place. He's Nigerian. He's lived in the UK. Where are you based in Atlanta now? Is that accurate? Where's this fire? Houston now. Houston now.
She thinks she bad cause she got a tummy tuck. You can't pay rent, but that pussy can't run it up. I don't need favors from you, God, no. I don't know what you gonna do.
I mean, come on. This shit is so polished. NAHM.XYZ. Sweetie Max says, what the fuck, this is hard. Lasojic says hard. This is a great artist. I've been trying to tell you guys, this guy's fire. It really gets me so hyped every time I listen to his music. Breezy says fire. Let us know what you think in the chat.
purple smoke, die hard from my right arm. Hellcat like a dragon, sharp like razor blades on me.
This is not out yet. Unfortunately, Nam has no music out yet. None. You can go listen to these snippets on his Instagram, and that's about as much as he's gonna get right now. But these songs will be coming out soon. He's gonna be dropping music soon. I know it. I feel it in my bones. And it's gonna be entirely worth the wait. Everything we've listened to so far, I can't speak higher of. Like, honestly, like, I've enjoyed every single song we've listened to. Lysergics, that's a fair note. I think the snake could use a bit more body, come up a tad bit. Totally fair. I don't know if that one's mixed mastered yet. We've been hearing things at various different phases from him. But I think overall, when I think about the songs are bangers, bro. Like, every single time. NAHM.xyz, go follow on Instagram if you're rocking with that. From 0 to 1,300 followers in a very, very short amount of time. Namji says, yes, good day, brother. Thank y'all. You're very welcome, bro. This is exactly why we do this. Let's do our first free skip of the night. Who's it gonna be? I'm excited. What are we gonna get? Ray Cole. I don't know anything about this. Listen to my EP, Selvage. All right, Ray Cole. Oh, you know what? I might have listened to a song by Ray Cole before. Bell Bottoms is the one he wants us to play? All right, let's check it out. A 6'1" Asian, bro. I wish I could have gotten those Asian jeans. Sorry, Mom. A couple more inches and I would have been lit. Not a very tall person. Kid Cisco, what's up, bro? This is awesome as well. Immediate save. Six-one Asian bro won the lottery. Yes. David Arcade says Ray Cole goated. Do you know David? Do you know Ray Cole, David? Swooty Max is real smooth. Let us know what you think in the chat. Oh, this is great. I like this a lot. Kid Cisco says this is hard. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, if you're with us on TikTok, come hang out on Twitch and YouTube. I guarantee you the sound is better. If I had any criticism on this, the drums feel a little bit louder than the bass line and the guitar. I wish that was flipped a little bit. I wish that we had a little bit more in the bass line. It's such a groovy bass line. I wish we had a little bit more in the electric guitars as well. That's it. BXC Pretty says, yeah, this is smooth. It feels really good. Self-produced as well by the looks of it. That's sick. Self-produced, written, recorded, mixed, mastered, potentially. I think this is really solid. And this is the artist's first project. Yep, this is the artist's first EP. I like the consistent kind of visual identity that's happening through this artwork as well. You start to like really get a feel for who this artist is, what they like. Dre says summer cruising music. Definitely some summer cruising music here, without a doubt. Kosi, what's up, man? Nikosi. No, I might need to listen to more of this EP, I think. Ray Cole, Ray C-C-O-L-E, or Race Cole? I'm not sure. It's either Ray Cole or Race Cole. Whoever, if anybody knows, please tell me. Lysergic says cool chilla vibes. Definitely cool chilla vibes. Definitely an easy listen. Let's get into these next 5 paid skips. We do have quite a few to get through. This is Sweet Karma by Quanix up next. Since the release of Full Speed earlier in the year, Quanix, the collaboration between artists Quo and Unix, have been moving from strength to strength, chiming in with a slick brand of soul-soaked R&B. The outfit looked to release their latest single, Sweet Karma. Looking to make waves across the neo-soul scene, Sweet Karma quickly stands out as a vibrant, colorful slice of contemporary pop. All right, I have notes on the pitch itself, actually, on this one. Because I think, like, I've said this before, but sometimes you can just use too many adjectives where it's like they're kind of conflicting at this point. Soul-soaked R&B, great. Neo-soul, great. Contemporary pop, now I'm a little confused because if I'm being real, most neo-soul doesn't sound like contemporary pop at all. That's kind of the whole point of neo-soul, is that it doesn't really feel like contemporary pop music. Suave melodies, vibrant, colorful slice. it's a lot of descriptives without actually telling me what the song sounds like necessarily. And I've said this before, I think, it's easy to feel like you've got to like over describe the song, but I actually think a more effective pitch is like, these are some artists that it would remind you of. If you are a fan of these artists, you should listen to this. This is what the song is about. Like, this is the actual like topic of the song. This is the situation that we wrote it or were inspired by. Like, I feel like those kinds of pitches are actually more impactful, and those are the kinds of pitches that I try to write, instead of being like, it's easy for us to say vibrant, colorful, fucking finesse, suave, like all these things, like relatable, honest lyricism. Everyone will say those things, and it doesn't really help you stand out. So that's like a piece of advice I would give to anybody in here when you're writing your pitches. Try to stay away from using the same descriptors that everyone is using. Like, if you say ethereal in your pitch, I probably am not going to look at that and be like, oh yeah, they're just sick. Like, I can't wait to listen to this one of a million ethereal things. I will let the PR people know your feedback and write my own shit. Yeah, no, and that's not even like that's nothing against you. I just think in general, like, this is what I've kind of showed some of you guys this stuff before, because I just do pitches so much, you know what I mean? And like, I have to do like a very short elevator pitch every week. So like, for example, right? Here's one that I did for Vera, who's one of my management clients, right? Hey, hope you're having a great week so far. I got a new release that dropped from a brand new artist I'm working with / developing. So this one's extra special. Her name is Vera. She's 19-year-old Canadian alternative pop rock indie artist from Vancouver. Currently based in Nashville, a lifelong singer and performer. She spent the last years traveling between Nashville and New York to work on music. With influences like Holly Humberstone, Phoebe Bridgers, and Lynn Lapid, her music is the perfect soundtrack to your summer road trip, and is definitely for the girls. Let me know what you think and if you can support via content, blah, blah, blah. So it's just like a little bit more to the point. Sometimes I feel like just kind of telling somebody what to expect, especially if it's like, hey, if you like these artists, you will like this music. Like, I think that's the best way to really get someone to be like, oh shit, because then they're already kind of familiar with it. I do feel like, and this is because I used to be a writer as well, so like, even when I was writing like articles about artists, like, I feel like there's very specific words and terms that get kind of thrown around a lot by people writing, and sometimes it doesn't really actually demonstrate, hey, this is what you can expect to listen to. And sometimes, like, I don't know, for me at least, because I see so many pitches come in, especially on the PR side as well, just from emails, like week to week at Genius, I feel like there's a lot of times where I'm like, this was clearly written by someone who's trying to sell me on something. Don't try and sell me on the song. Tell me what the song is about and give me a reason to care about it. And that's usually what I tell artists when it comes to content as well. You know what I mean? It's like, stop trying to sell the audience. Like, you are trying to do that to an extent, but if they feel like they're being sold to, they're probably less likely to actually buy in than if you can give them the reasons as to why they should buy in and follow and be a fan and listen to your music and support you, right? So I would just encourage anyone in here, as you're writing your pitches, focus more on the why should I actually be interested in this thing, and less on the let me describe this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. Sweet Karma, Quanix. Let's listen to the song, though. And no shade to your publicist either, because your publicist is doing their job. This is how they're supposed to get us to care. But for them, focusing on the story, I think, is more important too. Yeah, like, bro, like, immediately, I would have said, like, if you like Kokoroko, you know what I mean? That's the album that just came out that a lot of people are talking about in this last year. If you like Sly and the Family Stone, it's even got those elements in here as well, right? So, and I feel like comparing to like one of those legacy artists that people know and like kind of like identify as like these classic artists, like, I think sometimes that hooks people in too, because they'll be like, oh damn, that's a crazy comparison. So this is sick though, by the way. And I am playlisting this. Real raunchy but smooth as fuck. Even like Thundercat would have been a good reference point for you. I like, you know what I mean? And now you are, I hope it's helpful. Namdi says this is tough. Vocals are crazy, says Swooty Mac. The production's crazy on this. Trevor, what's up, man? How are you? We'll pull up the IG in a second. Oh. Oh my gosh, Quonix Music, man. KWONIX Music. We got Quoza from the chat. Oh my god, oh my gosh, man. Taking a shit, cruising TikToks is Trevor. Fatherhood. Quonix. Oh, thank you for correcting me also. Quonix. This is very good. I have very little feedback because I think from an instrumental standpoint, it's amazing. The mix is really solid too. I don't know if I love the artwork, but I get what you're going for, so I'm not mad at it. It's just I think the combination of like the realistic heart with the aorta, and then the shape of the more cartoony heart one is throwing me off a little bit. That's definitely a personal thing. I like that it's a blend of both of your faces, though.
I had to hit you with it.
Nah, you know what? Really solid song. Really solid song. Catchy ass melody also. Yeah, I'm hyped. Definitely keep me up to date with the other songs you guys have coming out, man. So Quo's from LA and Unix is from Richmond. Damn, you guys, so you guys met online and then just started making music together like this? The chemistry you guys have between the two of you really feels like you just spend a lot of time together, just in real life. I don't know if you're still doing everything digitally, but that shit was tough, man. Quonix Music. KWONIX Music. You are absolutely welcome. Yeah, the pitch stuff, it's just, I do it all the time. So that's the only reason I ever bring it up. It's just sometimes I feel like no one's really telling artists how they should pitch or what they should be talking about. And it's real easy to just do like, because I used to write pitches the same way that you sent the pitch in, if I'm being honest. I think after doing it so much, though, it shifted my mindset on like, how do I get people to care about this pitch? And how do I make it as easy as possible to get them in the door in the first place, right? Nah, I'm back again. Final version of this song, let me know what you think. I think the Cardi fans will like this one. That's what I think immediately. You need to figure out how to market it to them if you aren't already thinking about that.
Lay that pussy on me, it's DOA. Don't lay your baggage on me, I get it, I clean. I need space like intervals. We don't talk like interviews. Tell me what
Reminds me of some like old Future in the best way. It has all the elements of the Future songs that I love the most. Nom.xyz. It's got a little thug in there too. God damn, let us know what you think in the chat. Breezio says vibe. Swooty. You can submit deep cuts, man. We tell right now that the vibes will change quickly in here. If you're in the chat and you haven't submitted yet, please make sure you submit. It's free. If you want to skip the queue, you can also. God, bruh. I genuinely enjoy Nam's music so much. Let us know what you think in the chat, but I could listen to Nam all day. I don't feel that way about a lot of hip-hop right now either. You know what I mean? I'd say there's like a lot of hip-hop that I'm just not into, that doesn't really hit for me. But man, the consistency of Nam's music hitting for me, or it's like every week. It's every stream we listen to something from Nam, and I'm like, damn, I really fuck with this. Breezy says so much style. Yeah, I think that's what I really like. It's style and versatility. You know what I mean? Like I've heard this kind of stuff from Nam. I've heard very drastically different things from Nam also. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they all feel like they're in the same world. It's just different pieces of the same artist, which for me, I really enjoy. Not everyone, you know, I don't think everyone feels that way necessarily about diversity within an artist, especially if it's genre diversity and just kind of blending those lines. Like I think especially if we're talking about like editorial people, if we're talking about playlisters, like sometimes they struggle with that because I think they really niche down on specific genres. For me, I'm not like that. Like I really do genuinely enjoy hearing people kind of pull influence from different pieces, different artists, different styles, and bringing them together. And I think Nam does a really good job of that while still being in like a very specific world. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm already getting told I need to pick a sound. Yeah, like you do, but honestly, like don't pigeonhole yourself at the same time, bro. Like see what works, see what the audience gravitates towards. I think there's no better like test than putting these songs out and seeing what the audience likes the most from you, because you'll be able to tell like what do my fans want. You know what I mean? But don't feel like you gotta pigeonhole yourself either. I think, you know, my favorite artists don't. Breezy, this is California. Let us know what you think in the chat. It's Breezy Ho on Instagram.
I know they should have warned you. Hot as California, yeah, I'm really him. Writing on my wrong, so I put him in the song.
Okay, so a couple things in the delivery, right? Timing wise, I feel like there's a couple moments where you get like ever so slightly off of the beat. Slightly late, like a millisecond late. A little bit of mouth noise and like those things in between certain words. See if you can cut that out or trim that.
Forgive, but I never forget. I live and never regret. I ride or die, never eject. Poetry, pain, I had to perfect.
Flow wise, I like the rhythms that you are getting into. They're good pockets. Tone is good. I still think enunciating on specific lyrics and just trying to make sure that those words cut through properly. Like there's moments where I feel like you could punch in instead of just trying to go all the way through. Yeah, mix on the vocal too. I do still think needs a little bit of work. I agree with Kid Cisco. I actually think the more auto-tuned vocal that you have that's kind of there as a background vocal has a better chain on it than the one that doesn't. I like that you're doing doubles. I like that you have ad-libs in here overall. You know, that's definitely a thing that I would. You know, I'm a bit of a stickler for having more than just one vocal track. You can't just have one vocal track anymore.
Talking about love I'm possessed. I paid all my dues and my debts. I'm in the red Boston hat, but I'm in New York like the Mets. I'm in NY and I'm hella fly, so I guess it's more like a jet.
I think, you know, in relation to the mix, one of the things that I do here is that there's a little inconsistency in volume level on the vocal too, where it's like, because of the way you're delivering it, right? Like you're delivering it, you're not going to be at the exact same distance from the mic every single time you deliver a song or deliver a lyric. That's pretty common, you know what I mean? Like if you can stay in one spot and try and deliver in one spot, you will get a better vocal recording and a more balanced kind of like volume level to work with, right? If you can't, then really look into things like vocal writers, look into like, you know, compressors, things like that, which will kind of keep your volume level a little more consistent all the way through. It's a rough draft. Okay. Well, you know, keep that in mind. You can put that in the note though, just future reference, so I know that then I won't talk about the mixes. I won't get on you about the mix as much. But I do think it's those little things. It's cleaning up those details. Overall, I like the idea. I like the chorus, but it is mouth noise. Let's make sure that we're, you know, kind of cleaning up the timing on certain things. Don't feel like you've got to track the verse all the way through. You can punch in, you can comp vocals, you can comp the best takes and get the best vocal start to finish in a verse. So don't feel like you can't do those things. And then yeah, balance on the vocal mix, just making sure that the volume levels kind of stay consistent throughout. Obviously, the best way to do that is to kind of, you know, pick a spot, maybe mark a spot on the ground that you know you're going to stand away from the mic. But overall, pretty solid. I just think it's these little details which will kind of help you elevate. Still dying of bronchitis, bro. I'm cooked. You going to Dosed on Friday? I'm gonna go to Dosed on Friday. And I hope your bronchitis feels better, man. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Decode, Crash, Video Slug up next. Cover of Decode by Paramore combined with an original segment. This is Video Slug. Let us know what you think in the chat.
How can I decide what's
and I do love Paramore, so let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, me too, bro. I hope you feel better. What do you guys get up to this weekend, too? Let us know in the chat. Yeah, this is getting pretty much immediately saved. I love shit like this. What's up? If you look this on TikTok, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. The sound quality is better. The chat's a little bit more live, but if you want to submit music, it is free. Submit it anyway. Nero.fm/KayvanMD. If you want to guarantee that it gets played on stream today, you can also. Instructions above. Yeah, this is super sick. Shout out Video Slug, man. No. Video_slug. Sweetie Max says this makes me want to drive fast. Same. Really cool production on this, man. You did such a good job on all these little details. Here's the original part right here. It's cool that it's a remix, but then you've incorporated an original vocal as well. Lysurgic says gas. I do really like this. No bullshit. Kid Cisco says this is crazy. Video_slug. And again, if you're in the chat, you want to connect with people, do it. Collaborate with each other. Talk to each other. Love the breakcore influence, says Lysurgics. This one was very cool. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the production work. I enjoyed the little details. I enjoyed the additional vocal that was in there. It moved quickly. 2 minutes long. Easy listen. Easy save. Straight in the playlist. Put it in my veins. No, I'm kidding. Don't put it in my veins. Breezy up next. Higher. This one's featuring Preddy. Oh shit. Preddy. Breezy. You guys collaborated already. I love that. That feels very fast. I'm not mad at it, but it feels very fast. I love how quickly you guys moved on this. It's Breezy Ho on Instagram. This is our second one. Is this one also a rough draft? Let me know, Breezy. Nice says the production's cool on that last one. I agree. It was very cool.
I just wanna go higher, 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 higher.
All right, mix on this one. Similar notes. I'm assuming this is also a bit of a rough draft still. Good chorus though already. Catchy. It's got like a nostalgic feel to it. Like it feels like an older song that I would have listened to. BXE Preddy, the other one on here.
It's been a minute, more than 60 seconds. Come back to pop and shit.
This is a rough too, so keep that in mind with the mix.
Her lady in the streets, a freak up in the sheets. But I'm looking back at life, we all got a preference. Her dog without a bone, I'm never going home.
It's got a good bounce to it. It's got a good rhythm to it. Very like natural rhythm.
I'm back inside my bag and it's like loose change. When I told him to hang it up, I tied the noose ring. 14 karat gold.
Really good delivery. The actual like tone of the vocal here is nice.
They say the top is lonely, so it's the road to it. It ain't no shortcuts, you gotta go through it.
I do also feel like the vocal recording here is a little bit more polished than the last one we listened to. Just timing wise, but also like tonally and way it doesn't feel like it moves too much volume wise, which is nice. I would say like the one thing to maybe think about on the vocals on the chorus, busing the you know, the reverb delay to an auxiliary channel. I feel like I could clean up a little bit just because there's so many vocals happening at once. Maybe a little bit more balance between the two vocals on this chorus section too, but the raps are really good, man. You guys killed it on this.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, but one forgot the pail. But once it's done, I know they feel these words like braille. My coffins get a nail, I dodge they salt, I'm not a snail. I know they peep the trail behind these bars I built.
Let us know what you think in the chat, as always.
These words I spit is granite bell, but loose lips will sink a ship, a corpse can't tell a tale. A turtle in the shell, I swear my pain, I hit it well. I dropped the message.
Sweetie Max says this is definitely harder than the last one. I agree, this one's really hitting for me, man. Whole thing, songwriting, delivery, and like timing of everything feels way more on. I don't know if you did punch in on this one versus the other one, or if it's just a little further along in the process, but this one definitely feels more polished. It definitely feels like a little bit more accessible for everyone as well. I like this one. You guys did a really good collaboration here too. Unfree, what's up? Welcome back. This was Higher by Breezy featuring Preddy. If you want to follow either of them, it's Breezy Ho, BRZY Ho on Instagram, and then also BXE_Preddy. Excuse me. We got Mason up next, and then we'll do another free skip right after that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more paid skips in the queue. and about an hour and 10 minutes left on stream. So if you want to submit your music and you're in the chat, you can always submit for free. Just make sure you hit / submit and go over to Nero to submit your music. And if you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played in this priority paid skip queue, you can. It's $5 for a regular skip, $10 for a super skip, $50 if you want to take the throne, which will push you right to the top. But that's really up to you. I'm not pressed either way. All right. Subliminal by Mason, and we'll do another free skip. Subminimal Lovin' by Mason. Alt R&B along the lines of Omar Apollo and Dijon. This is my third song I put out, self-produced, and I shot the video in my bedroom. You liked my last one. I'm the band. Hope you like this one too. Look at that. Short, concise, pitch. Told me everything I needed to know and got me interested. Mason, what's up, man? Oh, it is subliminal, not subminimal. It is subliminal Lovin'. Great visual again for me, man. Definitely along the lines of Dijon. Accurate descriptions there. Oh, this is really cool, dude. This is such an interesting way to stack two different videos at once. I like this. Super trippy. Let us know what you think in the chat. But I'm into this. I like the song as well with the video, man. Like, your video treatments are really, really good. I'm gonna go save this one in Spotify in another tab really quickly so we don't have to miss the video at all. Oh, cool. This is a really cool visual, man. I love this idea. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone else do this. Yeah, this video is hard as fuck. It says, nah, I agree, man. David says, thank you, bro. I love directing as much as music. You've got a really good eye for it, man. Like, I just think, like, your creativity, like, really shines, I think, with the visual as well. Sweetie Max is nice. It's like there's a story being told here at the same time, but like even that, man, very good. This might be one of my favorite music videos I've seen on the stream, like, period. Because it's not the most complicated video, but the edit is so, like, enjoyable and pleasing to watch. Mazin, MAZIN.mp3 on Instagram if you like this one, but I think you really knocked this one out of the park, bro. This server bussin'. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you. Thank you for the follow. This is Mazin with Subliminal Lovin'. Nah, bro, honestly, like, it's... You've got a really, really great eye for video. You know, it's just like... Yo, call me bussin'. Okay, bussin'. I got you. It's just like these ideas, though. They're not the most complicated, complex ideas ever, but the execution is so good. Like, even this right here, right? Like, I don't know if you did this in post or if you just did this with, like, literally projecting on your back, but whichever way it is, it looks perfect. And it gets the effect across. And I don't know, man. Someone just made the Frank comparison. I thought it is a projector, yeah. It's like you really just made the most out of what you had available, too. You know what I mean? It's like... And this is why I'm always telling artists, like, you don't have to do the highest budget video ever, but if you can come up with a really cool creative idea and you can execute it in a way that's actually, like, professional looking, this is what you can get. This is, like, the quality level you can be at. The good shots, they tell a story, like, fucking beautiful, man. Same chords as Self-Control. Whoever said that is locked as fuck. Bustin' saying, can I send you a TikTok I just made? Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Feel free to submit whatever you want. You can send content. You can send music videos. You can send songs. You can send unreleased, released. All genres are welcome here. I am very down to listen to basically anything. Also, Omar Apollo, amazing. Video is $0 budget. If anyone wants to do vids, you can do it too. I'm always trying to tell artists this, man. People get too caught up on the, like, I gotta spend X amount to get a good video, but you really don't. Like, you just have to have a good idea and figure out how to execute it with what you have. And I think this is an absolute perfect example. In fact, I'm probably going to use you as an example when I'm talking to other artists about how they can make high quality videos at a low budget or a low cost. Because this just looks amazing, man. All the songs have been incredible so far, says Songo. Quozif says, yep, but you made it your own for real. I agree. And look, like, I'm not mad at somebody using a similar chord progression or the same chord progression as someone else, because just truthfully, Music theory only allows for so many chord progressions that actually sound good. Breezy, I'm gonna spin it again just because we've listened to 2 of your songs already. So I think, like, look, that's how everyone learns how to play an instrument. It's how I learned how to play guitar and piano, was playing other people's songs, learning their chord progressions, and then from that, I think you just you kind of naturally start to write your own songs once you know what progressions sound good together. You know what I mean? But it is about making it your own instead of just copying a chord progression, doing the same thing. Like, yeah, you gotta figure out how to bring your own kind of vibe, your own kind of sauce to it, right? Like that's what you do as an artist, is bring yourself to it. And I think, you know, I agree fully. Mason did an incredible job of that one. We saved that in the playlist too. I think that's gonna make the content tomorrow, bro. All right, Nairobi, Divine, let us know what you think in the chat. Oh shit. What is this? Why are these strings so clean already? X.Nairobi. Why is the instrumentation on this so clean? Strings crazy, piano's crazy.
Mama said fight back, don't trip. I was swinging on corners, got blood on the kicks.
I was truly not expecting the raps to come in like this. Interesting. Let us know what you think in the chat. A little thin on the vocal mix, just with how organic and analog everything else feels. I like the actual like rhythm of the raps. It's truly not what I think I've ever heard on a beat like this before. Timing at times maybe gets a little loose, but I think there's something cool here. Like, it's definitely like I would love to hear more from this artist. How old are you also? I don't know if Nairobi's in here right now, but this dude looks hella young. This is the lead single on the upcoming album. I mean, honestly, my biggest feedback is that the vocal just feels a little thin EQ-wise. A little bit more body, a little bit less reverb. It's cool though. This is kind of more what I was expecting from a beat like this, I think. But I think the first vocal really took me by surprise in like an amazing way. Pretty said I like the vibe of this. Definitely send this. Look, this might not be at the top of the playlist, but I feel like I'd probably still end up putting it in the playlist. Like, sometimes I'll kind of overlook the mix if I like the song itself, and I like the song here. No name-ish, but dope nonetheless. And yeah, and this female vocalist, I hear a little bit of that kind of like no-name inspiration for sure. Oh, what up, Michael? Love the vibe. I do really like this idea overall. Again, the mix can be executed maybe a little bit cleaner, but it's not like an egregious thing by any means. X.Narobi on Instagram. Production it's unreal though. Shout out to whoever produced this one, because again, these strings, chef's kiss. I'm very picky about the way strings sound on production. If the strings don't sound or feel real, it's gonna piss me off. I'm a violinist, so it's gonna piss me off all the time. But the piano string combo here is next level. We're gonna get back into your paid skips in a second. We've got Dre, J Chromatic, another one from Nike Album, Swooty Mac, and Lysergics coming up in the queue. But if you are in the chat and you want to submit, you can submit for free. We'll probably get another free skip in once we get to the end of these next 5. We got about an hour left. If we get through, I mean, honestly, 5 songs, roughly 2 to 3 minutes each. We'll probably be right around the time that we'll do free skips for the rest of the stream. But if you want to guarantee you get played, then you guys know the deal. The best way to guarantee it is do the paid skip. If you don't care, we'll try and get as many people when we get into the free skip section, okay? Dre, Any Place up next. Song from my current project, Gemini. Let us know what you think in the chat. Andre_J. Sorry. I must have heard something else I like because I've already followed this artist.
I'ma hold it down when I pull up anywhere, any place. Got a shorty when I pull
This
up
would be, this is such a good sync song. Immediately, that's the first thing I think of. It's like this could be in some sort of like sports commercial, sports apparel commercial. Like running gear, you know what I mean? Good energy on this. AUNDRE_J. Let us know what you think in the chat.
How else could I rap on these tracks with this ease? Flexing on the net, dog. Who you trying to please?
Chorus was really strong. I don't know if the verses got me quite as much.
I ain't shaking hands with no fakes. I'm okay, dog. I'ma know my place.
Not for any reason other than it's maybe like some of the punchlines aren't like the super, like the most memorable. And I feel like with songs like this, like it reminds me of Big Sean a lot, you know? I like that you're getting into this melodic moment right here. This is a nice touch.
You push your luck with me. You see me running amok, that I be stuck in a mud. It become who can I trust? Either
I do think there's maybe aspects of the delivery tonally that you still need to dial in.
My eyes open, mouth shut. I'ma hold it down when I pull up anywhere, any place.
I really think the chorus is like perfect though. The chorus to me is like if you clip this shit right here, this is like ready to go. It's the verses where I feel like you can still use a little bit more work. There's so much attitude in the chorus and the delivery. I don't know that I felt the same kind of attitude in the verses, and I wish that the energy kind of matched in the vocal and the verses specifically, because the production has so much energy in it. You know what I mean? Let us know what you think in the chat, but I think for me that's what it is right now. The energy feels like it drops off once you get into these verses.
Look, I've been swerving lane to lane like got into my brakes. I've been working day to night like I don't even know what breaks are. She try and cuff me up like all I know is how to break laws. While your boy is shining bright, they gotta put their shades on. I won't apologize for being me. I took my time and realized the things I want.
I don't know if I love, like I like that you have the melodic thing in here. Part of me also feels like it kind of brings the energy down a touch though in the song overall. And so it kind of stands out as maybe not being my favorite part of the song, if that makes sense. But it's just the chorus is so strong, I think. It's just like I could hear this whole section right here. I could just hear this going crazy. I could hear people using it. I could see people using it as a sound on TikTok. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like if there was going to be a snippet of this song that really just went crazy, it's this chorus section. And it's a really good chorus. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. This one's an interesting one for me because there's objectively nothing wrong with it. I got a song that I got the opportunity to write a demo for. I'm gonna let you get the artist. I'm waiting on paperwork from that team. Fingers crossed. Hey man, I love that. If you do not have an attorney and you are looking for one who can do a good job, feel free to hit me about that. And I will give you some references to people who are good at that stuff specifically, because I do think that is really where having a good attorney is really the best. You know what I mean? Like, more than anything, like I think having an attorney when it comes to things like this, if you're getting a placement as a producer or a writer, it's definitely a good time to invest in having one, you know what I mean? And maybe reaching out to one. And then also similarly, you know, just to make sure that you're actually taken care of, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the artist team, they're gonna try to get the best out of the situation possible, because that's what they've got to do for their artist, right? For their client. So they're not gonna be thinking about doing the best thing for you. So I would say in these situations, that is where having a good attorney is a really, really big difference maker. And it can be expensive, but generally it's worth it. Real Caves, what's up? This is Jay Chromatic with 06 Wayne featuring Feedback on the Way. Yo, let me know what you think. I thought the homie Feedback on the Way, and I ripped this mug, so let me know. So I don't know. Jay's not always here in the chat, but I will say of Jay, it's rare that I'm not a fan of what I hear. Real Caves, if you haven't submitted music and you want to try it for the first time, feel free to use this link right here in the chat. If you want to skip the queue, we do have a paid skip queue. It's just up to you if you want to do it or not. Bro, this dude just goes so crazy on these songs. Similarly to Nam, I just feel like we get like a really, really cool, varied kind of sound from this artist. But it's energy. God damn, dude. This beat is crazy as well. J.Chrome9000 on Instagram.
Yo, bitch, trying to get my nut up. Stop my ceilings. I'm like, look up. Treating the fall like the summer. Yeah, they gave me a key to this land. Like, got me a land.
This is a true, gotta get that lawyer. It's a fact. It's a fact, man.
Yo, bitch, response, she copy. Rockstar chains like Aussie. I'm carry these racks with a dollar. Double a goofy, I put him in a coffin. Give me a beer, start chopping. I'm small as pet like grass. Yo, bitch,
I mean, this is no different. This is no different for me than those other J. Chrome ones. Let me know what you think in the chat, but it's got the energy. It's got the energy that I want to hear from a beat like this. Freddie says flyer.
I feel like face. I ride my ass off with deuce in the fag. Call me a lame when you want. Yeah, just know I make it rain. Just started the homies, just pull up your block. You got a laser on you like Kano. Come like 06 Wayne. Trapping in that like Wayne. Feel like 06 Wayne. You know I'm trying to yeah, like 06 Wayne.
06 Wayne was a different animal for sure. Nice says, yeah, nah, this beat is tough. Tom says this tough. Who is this? Beat goes crazy too. This is J. Chrome. J. Chromatic. J. Dark Chrome 9000. This beat does go crazy. These like sub rolls. Look, if you've been in the stream for any amount of time at all, you will know that I love a good sub roll, especially when it's not a super like messy one. This is tight. It feels natural. It's good. Definitely hit J. Chrome up, man. J. Chrome 9000. He's pretty young too. Like I think this kid's got a pretty high ceiling, in my opinion. He's similar to you, Nam, in that everything I hear, I'm pretty much a fan of from him. And I definitely can be really picky about artists, just consistently, right? Like, if I'm listening to a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this artist, or, you know, like, this is, like, okay, or, like, I like this, maybe I don't like this, like, I might not get super excited every time, but I feel like Jay is one of those artists where I've been consistently pretty impressed, and I don't think there's maybe even one song where I said, like, I don't know if this is the one for me, but just generally, I have enjoyed. Yeah, give me some sub rolls, man. I fucking love sub rolls. Up next, Annabelle by Nam. So this one is the one that he demoed for somebody else. I'm gonna try and guess who it's for. All right, who do we think this is for?
Yeah, don't blame me, you can blame this blick. Sip so much, it's lean on piss. Jesus pieces, necklace hit. R.I.P. got bankroll.
Offset.
Turn me up for NATO. Dead pretties keep me warm in this cold winters. I ain't been a trapper, I know I'm a born sinner.
I low-key could hear this being Offset or Gunna. What city is that from? Someone on Concrete Boys. Is that that's the Yachty Collective, right? I don't even know who's on Concrete Boys, bro.
Skip town if I ever catch a case. I'm up in the hills in the west. Came with a bulletproof vest. I made racks in a minute or less. I drank round, I came with a tap. So flagrant.
Yeah, here are the members. DC2 Trill, surely, right? I couldn't hear Yachty doing this necessarily. Caribou's not in it anymore. DC2 Trill is my guess.
Jesus pieces, necklace hit. R.I.P. got bankroll. R.I.P. that's Tato. Turn me up for NATO.
DC, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a good guesser, man. I can guess some shit. If you give me clues, I can guess some shit for sure. Oh, this is tough. He'd be a smart man to take this one, for sure. Talmud, if you want to submit, just make sure you use the link in the chat. Please don't submit in the chat, because I will lose it in the chat. But if you submit using the right link, there's a very high chance you'll get played before the end of the stream. That was Nam with Annabelle. Yeah, that was tough, bro. We got another one from Nye Kalbin up next. Nice save, 80% speed. Why is it 80% speed? I need you to answer that. Made this song last week. All instruments played and recorded by me. Production by me, and I've been trying to get the mix right for the last week, so I'm definitely taking notes. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. Nice save. Again, nai.kalbin, Kalbin. Love the piano tone on this. Is that an upright? An open upright? Oh, sick. Same thing with the bass. I think you can bring your bass up a little bit. You tend to mix your bass down a touch. God, you got some really nice details. That synth arpeggio that just went all the way up was such a nice touch. My only note is the one on the bass. I want to feel that bass rattle a little bit more than it does. Other than that, I actually think this might be perfect the way it is. That arpeggiated synth that comes in is probably one of my favorite parts, though. It hits at all the right moments. Nice break right there. %, speed because it feels like it floats more. No, I like it a lot. I think that 80% speed choice is a really nice choice. It gives it like this really cool texture. I can't imagine that it's too much of a difference, just 20% less fast, but regardless, I really like the way this feels. Arrangement on this is awesome too, man. Cool with this kind of like glitchy, like pretty sick, man. It's just really refreshing. You know what I mean? It's like truly, I want to feel that bass a little bit more. Like, don't make it overpowering. Obviously, it's still balanced, but you can maybe pull back on like the super heavy reverb. Like, I think it's a vocal, like a background vocal. I'll show you the exact thing I'm talking about. Whatever this sound is that comes, it's like a reversed sound. That one that's like, you know what I'm talking about? You could maybe pull back a touch on that volume-wise, because I feel like at times that gets a little overpowering. Really only when it's just when everything is swelling into it. I actually feel like what might benefit you in this is if you are not doing like any automation, just dynamics-wise, just finding ways to kind of, especially like rises like that, right? And reverse sounds like that, fading them in, fading them out, so they kind of like reach a climax and then pull back. I don't know that it needs it, but I think if there was anything that I could suggest, it would be like, yeah, okay, the bass thing is the biggest thing for me, if I'm being honest. I think that's the same thing with the other song that I listened to from you as well. It felt like there was just the bass is a little tucked too far in the back. And obviously it's a tough balance. I think that's one of the hardest things to figure out in a mix is where that bass sits really, really well. I would love to feel it a little bit more than we do, I think, in both of the songs that we've listened to from you tonight. But I really love like the originality and kind of like the uniqueness to your music, because it doesn't really feel like anything else. And I really love the instrumentation on that one. Like, the instrumentation on that one was absolutely flawless. Like, perfectly goes together. It's arranged well. But yeah, like, outside of that, the only suggestion that I would maybe have is just like figure out how to use more automation to kind of bring that dynamic range in a little bit more with volume levels and things like that, and just help the mix move a little bit more. But if you didn't, I'd still playlist that song and listen to it without a doubt. So great job. Killed it on both, man. I really actually fuck with the music. Like, obviously meeting you in person, we got along. I felt like there was like a good vibe there in the conversation. But it is also nice to know the music you make is good, because otherwise, like, sometimes that's not the case, if I'm being honest. And it's just a little tougher to be like, damn, like, it was such a good combo, but the music is not quite there yet. So you've made it very easy for me to give feedback here as well. Selfish by Swooty Mac up next. Been working on this album for a few years. Finally dropped it a couple weeks back. Selfish from Bad Dancing. Let us know what you think in the chat. We got a couple more, then we'll do another free skip, and we'll get into a free skip section in not too long as well. All right, so stick around, send some music, and tell your friends to come submit some music for free as well, because why not? We got Swooty Mac, Westside Boogie, and Devin Burgess on this one. I always like Westside Boogie features. It's rare that I don't. Swooty Mac on Instagram. Immediately, first thing that I hear is a little bit more presence in the vocal mix, right? Vocal feels a little tucked behind the production, especially on this verse. I can't imagine Westside's West Side Boogie's verse is necessarily going to feel the same. And that'll be something that'll stand out to me if there's a drastic shift between the way the vocals feel within this mix. The overall vibe is really good. Maybe a little bit too much volume in the shaker kind of hi-hat sound. Young Chino says vibe. I only say that about the shaker because it's just like it's there. Like it's there throughout, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't really stop. Well, except for right now, but it is a really cool vibe and I do like it overall. But if I'm being picky, the thing I'm going to be picky about first and foremost is that shaker. Nah, you're very welcome, man. Honestly, I'm so glad that we got to listen to things this way.
I done called your ass 3 or 4 times, nigga, and you still ain't hit me back. You got me fucked up, nigga.
I know I'm damaged. I knew this road could get lonely.
Okay, never mind. I will say there's consistency a list in the vocal mix, but I do still feel like the West Side Boogie vocals are also a little quiet. But the consistency of it, I will say, is a much better, like, at least it's all the way throughout, so it kind of feels like it's maybe more the stylistic choice. But that's my biggest qualm with this one, overall. Song itself is great. Vibe is immaculate. It's just this vocal mix. I wish it was the star of the mix. You know what I mean? At the moment, it still feels like that shaker is the thing that I'm being drawn to the most. Definitely a style choice. That's fine.
Why are you so fucking selfish? Disrespectful.
I really like the idea of the song too.
If I even fucked with you for real, nigga. Like really though? You think you got to fucking play me? You got me fucked up for real.
Shorty got a brand new weave and I'm a track star. Play ball, I'm out of your league just like a NASCAR. She come around, keep the sneak.
Hit myself in the face.
Selfish like a T3, a legend out in these streets, baby. I ain't ordinary people.
I wonder if it sounds different on different headphones and stuff too, because honestly, like sometimes you listen to some things on different things and different things cut through in the mix better. You know, like I feel like these are a really flat, balanced headphone, which is why I like to use them for feedback. And I think in these headphones, that predominant sound that I'm hearing is really that like. So that's for me the first thing. That's the only thing I could really point to. You know what I mean? It's just kind of that hi-hat, shaker sound being kind of maybe a little overpowering throughout. But I am going to follow you, Swooty Mac, because I do want to hear more. And I do like the overall vibe of the music. I think it's just, again, like if I'm being picky, I'm being picky for a reason. It's because there's not really that much that I need to say. It's not that I need to tell you to write or become a better writer or like, what the fuck just happened? Why did I just get logged out of Nero, bro? Sorry. Don't steal my emails. Yeah, it's the only reason I'm being picky is because there's not any like glaring, overarching, like, nah, this isn't, you know, you need to think about your writing or you need to think about your delivery. Like, you kind of have a lot of those things down. I think it's really just the mix itself. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that I could really look at as being a real place where I feel like that song could have improved. And it is just making sure that vocal is the star of the show. And I always say this to vocalists because I just think that's what you need to kind of understand as a vocalist is if you want people to walk away from the song being like, damn, that vocal, that voice, I'm going to remember that forever. I'm going to come back. I'm going to listen to it. Then you need to make sure that that's the thing they're being drawn towards in the mix, right? And if you listen to it and you are drawn to something else, there is a reason, and it's usually just volume levels. You know what I mean? Or EQing. Like, it can't be too much other than that. So I would just maybe carve out a little bit from that hi-hat. That's really it. Or maybe just boost the vocal volume just a touch. All right, let's do another free skip. We got 2 more paid skips after this one, which will probably take us right around to 7:30, and then maybe we can do 30 minutes of free skips from the chat. So if you are here in the chat, make sure you submit your music. Make sure you stick around. Go tell your friends to come through because we're about to get into the free section. I know people like free shit, so tell them to come send their music in for free, and we'll give them feedback. We might move in a little bit more of a rapid-fire mode, but we will listen to as many songs as we can because that's what we're here for. Food Chain by Ayush. Food Chain is my recent single I procured with Droovy. It's a fun little track about the perils of the music industry and catching fish. Fair. I like Droovy too. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs. This is Ayush with Food Chain. I actually already love the production on this. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. This is so unique. I like this. Catch him, what's up? Wait, this is really cool. What the hell? Oh, Ayush has worked with Avara too. Who Avara is really sick. Wait, this is so cool. Explosive says, hell yeah, this is dope. Ayush GVRG on Instagram. This is gonna get an immediate follow and save. Great instrumentation. Nice production work. We got a guitar solo. Can't be mad about that. Droovy's on this one. That's also tight. Every beat I've heard so far has been fire, says Michael. We've had a lot of really cool, unique music tonight. Like, nothing that's just like, regular shit. It's been a lot of people really pushing boundaries, which I appreciate and love. I says, love this beat immediately. Again, Ayush, AYUSHGVRG on Instagram. This is so sick, dude. Who sent this in? It looks like he sent it in from the description. Wait, this is so cool, guys. Wow. Kind of speechless on that one. No real feedback on the mix or the production or the arrangement or anything. I really just thoroughly enjoyed it. Easily playlisted, easily saved, easily followed. Definitely want to hear more from the artist. Love that he's worked with Avara. Love that he's worked with Droovy. Definitely some really, really good collaborators in there as well, which I think speaks for the level of music that the artist is making. So really, really tight. Loved it. It's called Food Chain. It's by Ayush. Get Down by Lysergic's up next. First self-release on all platforms. I've been building fan base and following through SoundCloud bootlegs and community building networking. So get ready for some pretty heavy production. Electronic leaning, right? A bass music producer based in Washington, D.C. Some trap influences, some dub influences. Let us know what you think in the chat. We haven't had too much electronic tonight, so it's nice to kind of get back into this bag. Let us know what you think. I already know this is going to have the craziest fucking drop ever. Love the mix on the vocal, too. I agree. Lots of pluses on that. Big thumbs up for me. Yeah, I'm gonna say this because I do love a little heavy bass music, guys. Oh, hell yeah, shout out to the DMV. I love artists in the DMV historically. Young Chino. I mean, yeah, it's sick. I've said this before, I'm not the biggest dubstep person, just from a tempo perspective, from pacing perspective, but the sound design on this is wonderful. It's heavy. It's gritty. The chops are quite good. Sounds like Lost Lands Festival, definitely. This is festival bass music for sure. Like if I went to like a Rusco show, which I have done in my lifetime, this is what I would expect to hear at a Rusco show, without a doubt. Young Chino's going absolutely crazy with these emotes in the chat as well. No, sound design's really good. Arrangement's been cool too. I know Lysergic's likes to do 2 drops. First drop is usually going to be a little bit more dub heavy. Second drop is usually going to be a little bit more up tempo, maybe closer to drum and bass. So let's see what he does with this one. But it feels like it's kind of pacing its way towards a more up tempo kind of drop in that second one. What's up, Matt? I'm excited for the second drop. Oh, you did not do that on this one. Okay, well, this is one of those times that you didn't do it. It's still a different drop, though. Same concept, slightly different. I like that there's a little bit of a variation, though, from section to section, from chorus to chorus, from drop to drop. You need a little bit of that. This is very Skrillex reminiscent, for sure. I'm not mad at this at all. Mix and sound design are awesome. People only play one drop usually anyways. Not us, bro. We play all the drops in here. All the drops in here. If you just joined us in the chat, we're about to get into free skips very shortly, so just make sure you submit using the Nero link if you haven't already. If you do want to do the skip queue, you can. We have 3 more paid skips to get through before we get into the free skip section, but don't worry, we'll get a solid 20 minutes of free skips today, so make sure you submit music if you haven't already. That was Get Down by Lysurgix, Lysrgix on Instagram. We got another one from Nam up next, because Nam loves to bless us with unreleased music and share all of the stuff that he's working on. I got this mix back. Just curious on your thoughts on this. Do you think I need dubs on this to help beef up the leads, or am I just overthinking it? Thanks. Let's find out. Yeah, Lysurgix, bro. It's the thing that I think is most impressive about you is definitely the sound design. It's the sound choices, it's the arrangement, and it's the actual mixing. The mixes are unreal, bro. Is there anyone specifically that you're thinking about dubs, or just across the board? This one's tough too, bro. Yeah, ho. I think ad-libs would help in this one. Vocal flow, yeah, vocal flow is crazy. I don't know if you need to double the vocals necessarily. No, you've got ad-libs in there, man. It's filling up the space. It doesn't feel empty ever, you know? I don't know that it needs them. You can always do them and just try it. I'd probably err on the side of trying and just seeing how you feel about them, as opposed to just being like, yeah, this absolutely needs doubles. I don't know that it absolutely needs them, and if it didn't get them, I don't think I would feel like it felt empty at all. There's a lot of bars, there's sound effects, there's like ad-libs that you're doing in there, these additive details in there as well with the vocals. So like, overall, no. I'm not necessarily of the mindset that this needs doubles. Bro, I really did actually genuinely thoroughly enjoy the flow and just the tempo and the pacing. Like all of that, I think you absolutely nailed. That's maybe one of my favorite, like from a delivery and a writing standpoint, that's maybe one of my favorite ones that I've heard from you so far, because it feels very natural. It feels like it flows really well. It's also kind of exciting and just there was something about it. But yeah, I don't know that there was anything I felt like was missing. Young Chino, what I like. AYXNG Chino on Instagram. Nam.xyz for the last one. NAHM.xyz. Birkin, hey yo, welcome back to the chat. If you want to submit, we're about to get into free skips very shortly. We got like one more song left. I still think you need a little bit of work on the mix on this, Chino. Like I think there's still a little too much reverb on your vocal, on your lead vocal. And I still want to hear your lead vocal come up a little bit more. What you should do, because I've been showing everybody this recently, right? Go to ChatGPT. Vocal chain for a Pop Smoke vocal on a Logic Pro. Check this out, bro. This is what you need to do right here. Give me a vocal chain for a Pop Smoke vocal on Logic Pro, or whatever DAW you use, right? Boom. Recording setup. Chain, noise gate, channel EQ, compressor, saturation, de-esser, settings, all the delay. Tips, also stack doubles, ad-libs. Go to ChatGPT and do this. It's gonna help you with your vocal chain. Just because you have that deep voice, bro, like, I think everyone's gonna struggle to mix that deep voice in general. Like, I don't know, like, unless you find an engineer who just specifically works with people with really deep voices, you just have such a natural deep voice that you are gonna have to figure out how to mix it, like, get the right vocal change for it. And I just think for you specifically, because it is so close to Pop Smoke, and I think I've said that a bunch of different times, that would be a good place to start, you know what I mean? And from there, like, obviously, you don't just, like, take that vocal chain and be like, this is it, this is all I need to do. You're gonna have to edit it, you're gonna have to tweak it to make it fit your vocal specifically. But I think that'd be a really good jump off point just to kind of get to that place of being like, you know what, like maybe this is a little bit closer to what I need. But yes, tweak it to yours. But I think that would be a good place for you to kind of just at least get a little bit more guidance, especially if you're not like sending it to an engineer and you're mixing it yourself. I did this like literally last week for the first time because we were talking to another artist who is kind of doing it that way, and I was like, all right, cool, let's make sure that we can do this, or see if we can do this on ChatGPT. And it felt like, as soon as I did it, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. I can't believe I haven't been using this myself for vocal chains forever. She Knows by Ketchum up next. And then we also have 2 more from 22 Viz and Birkin, and we will get into these free ones. Like I said, you can't always do the paid skip queue. It will guarantee you get played on stream today. Obviously, you don't have to do that because we are about to get into free skips. But if you want to be played all the way through and you want to guarantee your song does get heard, that is still the best way to do it. The free section towards the end is maybe a little bit more rapid fire, but we try and get through as many songs as possible, okay? So submit your music, put your friends on, tell them to come send music, whatever you want to do. But we're going to listen to this one from Ketchum, an EDM project established in 2025 after a motorcycle accident. I started producing and DJing again while I've been recovering. We hope you recover soon, Ketchum. I hope you get better. But we're going to check this one out. It's called She Knows. Let us know what you think in the chat. Are you the vocalist or just producing? And this is not AI music, right? I'm just checking. I see the AI visuals. I'm not mad at that, but curious about the actual production. Producing? All right, beautiful. I mean, this does have a nice bounce to it. If you've been in here, you know predominantly the electronic genres that I kind of add towards are going to be closer to UK garage, drum and bass. Some traditional house, some bass house. So I do like this. I think we could get a little bit more maybe out of the bass just from a feeling standpoint. I like the vocal on this one. This feels like something that could have been on Love Island for sure. I feel like I need to add something that feels lacking. The bass I think could come up a touch. I want to feel the bass a little bit more than I do. I'll be honest, I don't know that it's really missing anything, like elements-wise. It feels like there's like everything is full, you know what I mean? Like every space is full sonically. I think the vocal really rounds it out and kind of finishes it off to me personally. If you wanted to add more in, I mean, you obviously could. But I think at 150, it's like an easy listen. It's kind of an easy one to repeat. The tough thing is with music like this is like, 1, it's generally not that short, right? 2, I feel like the people do the extended mix, they'll do the extended version, they'll have like a super long build up, super long intro, maybe cut down to like the most simple elements of it. But I don't know, to me, listening to that one, it feels pretty full. Yeah, you could do an extended mix if you want, if you're sending it out to DJs. I don't know that you need to either though. At 150, it's like, it moves well, it's arranged well, the sound design's good. I feel like we could get a little bit more out of the bass, but that's maybe really the only thing from a mix perspective. I feel like it lacks a touch. It's just that low end kind of knocking a little bit more. That's it. Ketchum Music on Instagram. I think also on TikTok. If you want to go follow, if you want to keep up, definitely do that. If you want to send some more music, bro, definitely send some more. I'd love to hear more. But pretty solid overall. I don't know that there's anything massive about that I feel like it's lacking by any means. Sam, what's up, bro? Keep it kosher, rough. 22 Viz out of Maine. I was weirdly talking about you actually at this music conference the other day. Because we were just talking about places where you wouldn't expect it. Like people in Boston kind of feel the same way about Boston, but intro ain't gonna be on the song, but my boy just wanted to fuck around on the mic. Totally fair. So this intro section is gonna be gone. Oh, you are totally welcome, Ketchum. Yeah, I was talking to some other artists about you, bro, because I was like, sub is a bit loud on this one. Probably the first thing that I would say about the mix. Alright guys, we got one more song after this. We're gonna get into free skips. So if you are in the chat, now's the time. Tell your friends, tell them to pull up, tell them to submit that music. Tell them that if they want to guarantee they get played on stream, say they can. They can come hang out, they can send some shit in. Even if it's someone else's music, you're sending it in for them. Go ahead and do it. We're gonna do some free skips very shortly. I'll explain how it's gonna go after we get through this song. Feel free to submit again if you want to as well. Hey, 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 hey. Energy is really good on this one, especially when we get to this chorus. 22Viz on Instagram. I think you could make a little bit more of like, I think you could widen up the EQ on your vocal a touch. Like honestly, they feel a little squashed. That's probably the only other thing that I really hear on this one. And maybe I feel like I've said this to you before about your vocal mix too. Like I think at times it can feel a little squashed. That's about it. Hey, 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 hey. Well, just like when you're looking at the EQ, right? Like, I mean, one, if you're not using a multi-band, use a multi-band because it's a little bit easier, I think, to visualize. But like, you probably realistically want to be somewhere in that 2 to 4K range instead of like boosting, like if you're taking it and you're like squashing it down here and then boosting like a really, really high peak. Just try and widen that up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because realistically, the areas that you're already boosting in your EQ are probably the right areas. It's just, instead of it being just a very, very pointed kind of like bump, you can just make that like a wider kind of, I don't know what the best way to say it, but a wider bandwidth essentially, right? So that in itself should add a little bit more body. But if you really want to get crazy about it, like, you know, you do your one section, then go further down, probably in like the, I don't know the hertz is that well, but like I probably guess in like that 1 to 1.5K range might be another good place for you to boost. Or if you keep going further down into like the bass low end, you could probably give it a little nudge there. But honestly, I don't like doing that because I feel like all the inconsistencies in a vocal start to come out down there. But yeah, like look, man, it's close. I just think you need to put a little bit more width in the vocal. That's it. All right, let me just put this in the Discord really quick. Free skips are happening right now. If you are in the chat while we're listening to this one from Birkin, please let me know your artist name. I'm going to put another queue together, like a free skip queue of artists that are in here that we want to listen to. You can go back if you want to submit. Let me know. If you don't let me know that you're in the chat, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to get bumped up. You're going to be upset about it. You're going to be like, what happened? Why didn't I get bumped? Why didn't I get played? It's because you didn't say anything in the chat. So let me know if you're here. Birkin, one more day. We're going to do this free skip queue afterwards. So let us know what you think. We got about 20 minutes. Beautiful. One more day, work in progress. If you're here and you want to get bumped up for free, let me know your artist name in the chat right now. If you don't do it right now, how am I gonna bump you up? How am I gonna know? How could I know? Birkin, one more day. I already know I'm gonna add this one myself. If nobody wants them either, I'm just gonna leave. So if there's nobody here, then I'm gonna just dip.
Ever since the first words spoken and the first step taken.
So I really like this idea.
It will float above our people.
I do think you need to clean up the vocal mix a little bit. Michael, I got you as well.
Lights all start blinking. I guess that time to turn them off has came. I sit alone
Gemini, sick. Welcome.
Telling our souls of the higher gate.
So I actually really love the song here, right? I think the songwriting is wonderful. Way more folky. Super cinematic. Balance on the mix needs a little bit of work, especially leveling on the vocals. I really like the idea here a lot, though, if I'm being honest. Just a little bit more balance, like that. It's not a consistent volume level throughout. Like in that first section, they're a bit too quiet, right? Like it gets a little quiet. There's maybe too much dynamic range in the vocal here.
You pulled my feet to the ground. told me you hate when I spoke with a
And then I would pull back on the reverb a touch. Like there's a little bit too much reverb delay, personally, I think, on the vocal here.
Wherever you go, wherever you are,
I love when the stacks come in, right? But it does feel like there's a pretty drastic shift in volume level from like that single vocal to when all of these sections come in.
I wish I could be there to lend you.
And then also just from a performance standpoint, right? Like as you are performing, you are naturally getting louder as you get into these more climactic parts of the song.
You make me strong. I sit alone at the
And more, I don't know, the more compression is gonna fix it as much as you might need to automate the actual volume levels and gain on specific parts of the song. Pretty cool though. This has all of the elements that you would expect to hear from this type of music though. I will say, like, this was like a Noah Kahan song or like an Alex Warren song or like any of these like kind of folky pop artists. Hozier even, like it has all those elements. I'd maybe like to hear the strings come up a touch more in the mix as well. Just because they are there, you know? But piano, guitar, like the actual composition is really good. I think, yeah, from a mix standpoint, I wouldn't be mad at hearing just a little bit more balance and consistency in the volume level of the vocals throughout the song. But I love the way it builds. I love the way it builds into chorus. I love these like stacks that you have there. I love this harmony, this vocal arrangement you have. All of that is really good. You know what I mean? So I think overall, I can't wait to hear more music like this from you in general, because I think this is like a really, really good direction for you. But yeah, for anybody who's in the chat, if you're trying to get bumped up for free, we are going to play this one from Fool Keel, who just did a paid skip. Shout out to you. Thank you, Fool Keel. But if there is anybody in here who is trying to get a song bumped up for free, let me know, and I'll put it in that free skip queue that we will get to right after this song by Fool Keel, who is 16, I believe. Amazing artist, super talented, very high ceiling on this artist, without a doubt. Christo, we'll get you bumped into the queue as well.
I got all that paper cheap, but still don't got no friends.
Bro, you are so sick. I do think that the vocal could come up in this mix. Ideas are really solid though. Sango, I got you in the queue as well.
About all the books we read. I stuck in this desert with all this trauma, but I see the light. Thinking back to that day when I dropped that song, it's called Take Flight. Now I'm working on this tape, I dropped this shit and say goodnight.
The cool thing about Fool Keel, one is that he's so young, right? Like I think the fact that he's young and he's kind of carving out this space and this sound for himself already, very positive. Fool Keel on Instagram. I don't know, that to me is the most impressive part. I think to be this young and to be carving out like a real sound for yourself and be creating a real sound for yourself is a difficult thing to do. So that's the biggest thing that I'll commend Keel on. Everything that I've heard so far feels very consistent, very cohesive. Vocal mix needs a little bit of work. That's the biggest thing. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Looking for somebody that rock with me until the end. Yeah, the trauma keep playing over and over in my head. My parents fighting, nigga was hiding under the bed.
I do think this one could use some more doubles, some more ad-libs, some more stacks in the vocal.
December 7th, 2022.
That's probably the other thing that I would say about this one. I think there's ways that you could kind of build off of this as a good groundwork. Timing at times with the delivery, I think, could be a little bit more on. Overall, I like it, but there's like little moments here or there. You know what I mean? Where I feel like it could be slightly cleaner.
Took her to Bottega by her hall and now she leaving me. I never understood all the hating shit and the thievery.
Make sure you DS your vocals too. Like I think that's maybe one of the other things that I've kind of noticed overall with your music, especially with the S's. I feel like we get a lot of that S kind of sound. You know what I mean? But again, man, like, look, I'm super impressed. FOOLKEAL on Instagram. I really do think this kid has a very high ceiling and a very long career ahead of him. So make sure you tap in, man. Full Keel. We're about to get into these free skips right now. We're gonna start with the EXP, Ginge and J Malachi featuring Samwise and Bina. Like literally 4 artists on this song that I absolutely love. Bina, Ginge, J Malachi, all artists I'm a big fan of. Samwise, I don't know that I've listened to too much. We got Michael up after that, Masongo Agora after that, and then Christo. If there's anybody else in the chat who's trying to get bumped up for free, let us know. Because that is what we're getting into right now. We're getting into free skips for the rest of the stream. Hey. It's good energy. Oh, let me open up submissions as well. I'm gonna open up submissions for Thursday while we're here. So if anybody here wants to submit for Thursday stream, you can also submit for Thursday stream in a second.
Now I'm working on this tape, I drop this shit and say goodnight. Observing all the love and all the hate, I'm like a satellite. Took her to Bottega, by her hauling, now she leaving me. I never understood all the hating shit and the thievery. I remember them days when
Oh shit, it's Yom Kippur on Thursday. Whoops.
Remember them days at my birthday party, my mom couldn't see me.
And that is, what is the date on Thursday? A really dope song there from Full Keel. It is 10/2, October, man. We're already in October. That is crazy. I can't believe that we are already there. October 2nd, bruh. Holy shit. Fizz, you can send another one in for free, bro. I've never understood why people don't take advantage of the free section of the stream. I know we don't always get to it, but like, you know, if it was me, if I was an artist and people were trying to charge me for fucking everything, I'd be mad hype about a free section of a stream. I'd probably set an alarm. I'd probably set an alarm myself. All right, submissions are open for Thursday as well. If you want to get your submissions in for Thursday, you can. That was December 7th by Full Keel. Like I said, a fire artist. Definitely worked that. Bro, you're not drowning me out with anything. You're just taking advantage of the opportunities that are there. And that I appreciate. Because that is really what the whole point of the free skip section is. You know what I mean? Because like I understand the frustration of being like, oh, I don't want to do a paid skip, or I can't, I don't have the budget for it, I don't have the money for it right now. That's totally fine. That's why we do the free skips. That's the whole point of the free skip section. Love Bug featuring Samwise and Bina. Hope you like this one. I already know I'm going to. I don't even really need to listen to this, but amazing artist, man. I don't know anything about Samwise, but EXP are great. Like this collective, this label. Ginge is great. They're all from the UK, I think, as well. Which, you know, if you're here, you know I'm a fan of that. Underscore Ginge, underscore. Oh, sorry, she's from the Netherlands.
Like a bench press, try to push away the heavy
She's just beautiful already. Let us know what you think in the chat. J Malachi. You've seen me support J Malachi on a lot of things because I'm just a J Malachi fan by nature. J Malachi. Woo! Oh man. Bina, you guys have seen me support as well on KayvanMD's house before. Bina official on Instagram. So fire. Let's check out Samwise too, man. Lightning Effect, what's up? Welcome for the follow. Or welcome in, thanks for the follow. Samwise underscore as well on this one. What up, man? If you want to submit some music, feel free. We're doing some free skips right now for the rest of the stream. We got about 10 minutes left. Just use the link in the chat for Nero. Oh, that's why. Because some other motherfucker is doing this on the same time. Oh, so Lightning Effect, that's not how you submit. Sorry. If you could just use the link that we put in the chat, that's going to take you over to Nero. Thank you. exp.share records on Instagram as well if you want to go follow and support. These guys are sick, honestly. Amsterdam-based record label, incredible production work, incredible writing work, great artists. right, we're gonna go to the next one. This one's from Michael. It's called Phone to Heaven. Been a minute. Releasing some new next Wednesday, 10/8. Naturally, I had to play it for the fam. We are glad you are here. Thank you for sending this. Let's take a listen to it. I want to send DC private Marie my country. I don't know. Blocked DC. I don't understand that. I'm sorry. MYE.KEHL, Michael. I've been a fan of this artist since we started listening to him on stream as well. Consistently been a fan of this artist.
Messenger from heaven before I step in my shoes. Spit a message that connect the children back to their roots. I'm just a humble servant searching for a flex of truth. Pray you view inside these lines and see reflections.
Oh no, it's not in Discord.
Gave a nigga astute vision. Milwaukee with niggas can often live with the decisions. Milwaukee with drugs flood in the streets with no prescription. Milwaukee where every day feel the same but it's something different. Milwaukee where my family served at the soup kitchen. We barely got any food in the kitchen ourselves. Paying strictly to stick to school or they pick up that belt. Too much restriction, be Christian and be conflicted with self. I pray you listening. These visions of our living conditions changing, arrange how my mind was thinking. I pray for a savior until I realize I want no savior.
I have nothing to say. I have no feedback. This was absolutely perfect the way it is.
Till the fables are trying to play you a fool.
I'm so ready for new Michael. It's definitely getting supported, without a doubt.
I know heaven gon' call me back. I know heaven gon' call me back. I know heaven gon' call me.
Nah, bro, the mix on this is amazing. It's a perfect mix. It's like the raps are already good. Your vocal delivery, like all that. It's just you really dialed it in, man. Like, not to say that you hadn't before, because I've like I said, I've basically liked everything you've sent over so far, but it does feel like a step up from the last stuff that we heard from you. Just from a writing standpoint, delivery standpoint, just, you know, you can tell that you've already put the work into polishing the vocal performance, and I respect that a lot. You get closer and closer to Saba for me, I think, with every song I hear. And I'm a big Saba fan, so I hear it in like the inflections in the vocal too. Antonio, what's up, man? How are you? We got like 7 minutes left to stream, 2 or 3 more songs. We're in the free skip section right now. We're listening to Michael, MYE.KHL on Instagram. Yo, like right now, this that we're listening to reminds me of all the things that I loved about Bucket List EP the first time I heard it. Cause I can feel it in your vocal. You know what I mean? The things you want me to feel, the things that you're trying to say in these songs, I can feel it in the vocal. And I think that's one of the things that Saba does that I love the most about his music, is like, he can really make me feel the thing he wants me to feel, not just tell me the thing he wants me to feel. So, fucking awesome job, bro. Really great. You just gotta tell me your name in the chat. That's it for the free skips. So if you are still here, let me know. We'll put you in the queue. We'll play another song of yours. But it's always at the end of the stream. So like the last like 20-30 minutes, we'll try and do free skips just for anybody who didn't want to spend money, which, again, like, I'm not pressed about. So, really amazing work, bro. Amazing work from Michael. You're okay, Antonio. If you wanted to submit, we can still get it. I got a couple more songs in me, bro. Muken by Masango Agora up next. Muken is a Japanese term that means infinite. I was inspired from my love of anime and dealing with life circumstances where I must quit music. This song represents the idea of finding that reignited passion in your soul after months of burnout. The song's produced by Maya Jones and engineered by Gemini. Hope you enjoy the song and play it whenever you need inspiration to keep practicing. I need that right now. I loved this one called Phone to Heaven from Michael. Yeah, I can understand the Saba comparisons because it's a little bit in your delivery style as well, like tonally, just the things you do. But I don't think that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Dude is like critically acclaimed across the board. So, all right, Masongo Agora, let us know what you think in the chat. This is Mukin. I think the mix on this is really clean. I do think there's like a little bit of work to be done on the delivery side of things with this artist. And it kind of brings me back to the like, don't feel like you gotta rap the verse all the way through shit that we were talking about earlier. Because it does feel like at times, especially with the way that you're writing, it would be a little cleaner if you just punched in and comped the vocal. Other thing I would be careful of is the plosives. Especially around those S's, it does feel like there's maybe a little bit of a, I've got like a little bit of a lisp that kind of comes through. That's probably the biggest thing that I do here is just kind of like the plosives, right? Plosives, and then maybe feeling like you like maybe get a little out of breath in some of these because of the way that it's written. I don't know that I would tell you to change anything that you've written, but I do think when you are recording it, try and punch in, try and comp. It'll help you get some of these bars off a little cleaner, I think. You know what I mean? Especially we're getting to this part right here, right? It's a little bit faster. The delivery's coming a little bit quicker. You actually can submit for Thursday right now if you want, Antonio. If you want to get your submission in early, I opened up submissions for Thursday's stream already. Let us know what you think in the chat. It's the other thing that I would say, and I say this a lot. I say this a lot about stuff that it's like more like rap heavy, more bar heavy. Is if you're thinking about the listener and the way they're listening, sometimes it's too much. It's too many words for them, right? So even for me, I love rap music. I love hip hop. I always have. When there's not like a real defined kind of hook moment that brings you back, and there's a lot of words, because I used to be this way. Like when I was a rapper, I would always be like, oh, I just want to get bars off. I just want to rap. I want to write. I want to make this like super interesting, super heavy, super full of content. And I think the older that I get, the more that I work on the business side of things, the more that I also realize and understand that most listeners aren't looking for that, right? They want to be able to have something that they can remember that's stuck in their head that they can come back to. They want those memorable kind of sound bites that they can use. My wife always used to say this to me, but the thing that Drake has done well is that he's written lyrics that can be easily captioned and then used, right, in social. And I think sometimes that's the thing that you need to find the balance between as a rapper who's maybe a little verbose, is that balance of like, all right, maybe there's too many words in this, especially at 4 minutes or 5 minutes long. That's a very long song. And if you start to zoom out and think about how many words are probably in that song, it's a lot of words. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say. Is more like overarching kind of like a nudge in like, hey, it's good, get your bars off, but at the same time have those moments that really stick in people's head and keep them coming back, right? Antonio, what's up? It's not a bad thing. It's just something I think about a lot when I'm thinking about how listeners listen. And sometimes like the longer the song, the shorter the attention span is just kind of what it is now. The more words there is, sometimes the easier it is to lose people. Christo. This one's Outrun. But I would say biggest thing, man, is like try not to rap all the way, like punch in if you need to punch in. You know what I mean? Especially with so many lyrics. It'll help with the delivery.
I'm so I can barely see. I move like the prophecy. Everyone against me. That's just how it's gotta be. They tryna get rid of me.
Okay. Antonio, I do love you, man. Thank you for being here. If you guys do want to submit for Thursday's stream, you can. And also, just so you know, I do really appreciate everybody who's in here with the chat with me still, who's hanging out, everyone who came today. I really appreciate you guys. I've been trying to give the Discord community a little shit because they've not been as active. So I really extra appreciate everybody who's been in here today. Just so you know, we do have a Discord live Q&A on Saturday as well, where you can ask a really good friend of mine who works at Amazon Music the questions you want to ask. So come through, take advantage of it. Okay, biggest thing on this one is rhyme scheme. I actually like the ideas here. I like the delivery. I like the melodic aspect. I like the production. The thing that sticks out to me is the thing that I would really focus on improving on is that the rhyme scheme is basically the same rhyme scheme from start to finish. B, me, C, prophecy, me, B, me, bleed, peace, sleep, geek, deep, breathe, believe, B, me, B, O, D, E, me. It doesn't change until we get to sipping on the drink, gotta pour up and drive. There needs to be a little bit more variation in the rhyme scheme. And that's just like purely from a songwriting perspective. Like, this is something I don't like when artists do. It's something I don't like when big artists do it, where they use the exact same kind of pattern. Like, it's literally just A all the way down, right? So you need to have some variation in it. I think Future is somebody who does a really good job of this. Granted, the way he writes songs is to be super diverse like that. But that is the thing that I would work on for you, right? Is like just a little bit more variation in the rhyme scheme. I think it'll keep the songs interesting. It'll demonstrate kind of like you as a songwriter. And it is, I think, the way to improve as a songwriter is to maybe focus on doing that. There wasn't anything wrong with the song. Like I said, the delivery was good. The production was good. The mix was actually very good. The mix is a standout piece because everything felt like it sat in the right place. But I think from a songwriting perspective, one of the things that will help you stand out in that space is to improve on the songwriting. Especially because there were a lot of people who are trying to get into that world who maybe aren't focused on the songwriting, right? So I think for you, that is probably the biggest thing that I would say is like, as you are moving from this song into the next one, really try to think about, all right, how do I make sure I'm changing my rhyme scheme or rhyme pattern every 4 bars? Just challenge yourself to do it in a way that feels comfortable, right? Like, have something, the chorus be different than the verse. Even if the verse, like 8 bars or whatever, is the same rhyme scheme, just make sure when you get to that chorus section, it changes, right? When you get back into that second verse, maybe don't reuse the same rhyme scheme from the first verse, but change it up in the second verse. So there's more variation, so it keeps it interesting and keeps people hooked for the entire thing. I think when you have a repetitive rhyme scheme, at times it can become very easy to lose the audience if they are not listening it with the mindset of this is an emerging artist or this is a newer artist, right? So just make sure as you are developing as a songwriter, think about those things because it will help. All right, 22 Viz. A-Leak, Built Off Pressure. I think we had another paid skip come in. Yomi, I'm going to add you. I'm going to bump you up and we'll play you next, Yomi, and then we'll end on Nai. But I appreciate it. Everybody who's been here today, you guys are lit. Thank you so much for submitting music. Make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's House on Instagram. Congratulations to Frederica, also who won our free consultation giveaway. I'm going to hit you up and we'll schedule. Again, really, really good delivery. Really good, like, performance from this artist. Mix still feels a little thin. Really good bounce on this one as well, man. It's been undeniable bounce on every song that Viz has sent over, man. Good beat choices. Works the beats in a great way. Alright, we're not going to play this one all the way through because we are supposed to be in rapid fire mode. But I do like this one as well. 22 Viz. 22 Viz on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. Boop. 22 Viz. Bam. Bang. Yomi, Anxiety up next. We are going to play this one all the way through because it was a paid skip. So we'll make sure we get it all the way through. Yomi, bro. I listened to another song of yours that I really liked the other day, too. I don't think it was on stream. I think you had submitted for something else. And I really liked it a lot. Maybe not. Maybe this is a different Yomi. This has to be a different Yomi because this is not the same Yomi, I don't think. Mr. Fugazi, welcome in, man. Nice to have you on the chat. Welcome in.
Struggling with my thoughts.
That is the right one, right?
Speak my mind, I feel so crazy, humbled through my shame.
Okay, so my biggest thing here is cleaning up this vocal mix, right? Getting things to be it's a little shaky at times. So a little tuning will smooth that out, right? So you definitely want to do a little bit of that. Maybe a little bit too much reverb delay on the vocal for my taste. Also, I think from an EQ standpoint, there's definitely aspects of the EQ where I maybe carve out a little bit. There's maybe a little too much in the low mid range that you could kind of duck out a little bit more. And then another thing, and this is just like to think about as you are recording, but timing, right? There's moments where the timing could be a little bit more on. That's it. Submit it. Keep it for Thursday, Gemini, because I am pretty tired. I'm not gonna lie. I worked the whole day at work as well, so and I just got back from this music conference, so I'm wiped. We're back on Thursday though, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm gonna be yelling at the community some more. Yomi_051521 on Instagram. I think the tuning thing would actually help mostly on these sections where you have multiple vocal stacks. It's good. It's good that you're in like 3 different octaves here. I still think the blend needs a little bit of work though between the vocal layers. And that's something I'd think about, is just how do I blend these vocals to make them feel a little bit more polished off. Keep working at it though. Actually, I'm not mad at the writing. I'm not mad at the melody choices. On the production side of things, the snare sound's not my favorite snare sound. But generally, like a kind of fatter, crunchier snare is not something that I use as a producer, I think. And that's maybe why I also feel that way. Nye Colbin, last one, Walk, mix from 2025. Really enjoyed all the other songs we've heard from Nye today as well. NAI.KALBIN. Definitely go check out his content as well, man. These guys are working. Fam also makes his own clothes, which I found to be like extremely interesting.
Getting you off my brain.
So get in there, bro. Come on. Out of Boston. But from the Pacific Northwest. Again, if you are in the chat, make sure you submit your music for Thursday. Make sure you come join us in the Discord. And go follow us over on Kayvan's house as well for more content, more updates, and more playlist support, okay? We've got some cool stuff coming up. I've got all these contests that we're about to start doing too, man. People are gonna miss out. You're gonna have an opportunity to swoop in on these contests if people are missing out. I'm just saying.
It's hurting to doubt that you feel the same.
Wow, man, I really love the instrumentation choices. All of the instrumentation on your music has been so good.
Think of you and I shout.
Cool.
Can't help it.
There's a really nice use of silence in this one as well. Just these breaks in between sections, in between moments.
Image of you just doing.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of people that I think will really like your music. All right. We are out. We might hit a raid. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. Big Duck's on. I love Big Duck. He's one of the few people that I actually feel like I would want to raid. Because he doesn't rob artists either. So. This one has Izzy on guitar and co-arranged with this with me. It's really pretty. I really like this a lot. Alright, come on this raid with us. I'm going to take you to another music community that's actually really dope. Shout out to everybody who's in it today, all the new people. Everybody who stayed, hung out, sent music, took part in the chat. I love you guys. I appreciate you. We're back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you come tap back in. And that's that, man. Submit songs from the comments. That updates on Thursday as well, so go to the comments. Submit a song. If it's on Spotify, I will playlist it, all right? Well, if I like it, I'll playlist it. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to playlist everything. But we're out. We're going to go hit this raid. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good rest of your week. I'm going to be playing EAFC 26 tonight, and I can't wait. Peace.
If it's not you, it's me. Is it wrong for me to hope you fall in love with me? The world keeps turning, but I
I'm just gonna hop back in one more time to say this is so perfect. I love this song. I actually really like this. Please send me some of your released music in the comments.